press conference Follow Jesus Christ Go in Cristonauta theme park, Thursday, October 25th, 2018. We'll be broadcasting this press conference in English. The game Follow Jesus Christ Go will be is already launched, and it was started by Pope Francis as the first player of the game. It's a game for evangelization, and you can have many information as well about where do you stay and about the places in Panama. The game has an intention to promote the encounter among the young people. I'm walking in the direction of a virgin. It seems that it's a Marian foundation. And I continue walking. And it means that there are many points that we can stop by on the way. There are drugstores, hotels, restaurants. And we are near the metro station, and there are also many places to eat something. I think we all need to go among the people because there are many. Okay, you're almost there. I found her. I encountered her. And the trailers. There are the specifications that I need to follow to continue the way. And you need to say true or false. Is it true or false? Yeah, I think it's false. Yeah, it's false. Very good. Now let's go to the Church of Lourdes. And now we're going to meet the people who developed this app. This is where we are right now, in this press conference. Let's go. And just as we are playing, we also want to invite you to play with us and to download the game. I thought that in the metro I would not be able to see someone and find someone, but I found her. I don't know if it's a saint. And it says a sentence of the saint. Is it true or false? I think it's false. Yeah. There are also some points that it's the parts of the Bible that you can see on the way, and you can find all these things, and you can enter it among the people. It says that close to me there are other things as well, but I need to take the metro to go to the press conference. We have arrived at the Archdiocese of Panama, the Church of Lourdes. I'm sure that there are many saints to rescue here, but now we're going to the press conference, and I invite you to come. Entering at the Chancery of the Catholic Church in Panama. Silver is one of the players of Follow Jesus Christ Go, a Catholic app that has made history and that has become a tendency in 1 week after its launching. This app is coming up to be one of the main innovations to the young adults of Mundial Panama 2019. That said, Orlando, I already have got many points in this game, and I've visited many places in Panama. It's very easy to download and to play it. I would love to see many young people to start playing it so that we can form our team. It means our evangelization team. From the Archdiocese of Panama in the Panamanian capital, we welcome all the representatives of the national and international press who are joining us in this moment, as well as all those who are watching us now by the TV and by the streaming. At the main table, we have the presence of those who will explain us the details of this app. Ricardo Rosona, Executive Director of the Ramon Penet Foundation, Hugo Flores, in charge of programs and digital strategy of Penet Foundation, Monsignor Rafael Valdivieso, Bishop of the Diocese of Chitre. We begin this conference with a reflection of Monsignor Rafael Valdivieso, Bishop of the Diocese of Chitre. In this great event of Mundial Day, as an amazing moment that we will live here and we are organizing it by the Archdiocese of Panama, and this app will be a great opportunity for the young people. It's an informative app. It's a good means to get to know the country and to get to know other young people. It's a blessing. And it's important for us as a church to enter in this world of technology. And so that it can also help the young people to develop in their formation. And it's a way to promote the young people to get to know more about their own faith. That's why, for me, and for our Panamanian church, it's a great blessing to have this app, and it will be very it will be very good for all the pilgrims who will be coming to Panama. And God gives us so many gifts and pour upon His church many gifts. And those people who put these gifts in common to the church. So we thank all of them. Let the Lord bless us. May the Lord bless us with the graces and His love upon His children. Thank you, Monsignor Rafael, for your words full of motivation that fill us with enthusiasm and excitement. We are looking forward for the starting of World Youth Day. Mr. Ricardo Grosona, please tell us, how has the idea of launching a video game through an app that evangelizes during a World Youth Day came up? Thank you. Good morning. The idea started in a dialogue with Monsignor José Domingo Ulloa during World Youth Day in Krakow. He visited our stand and said, I would like, this was something like, I would love to have World Youth Day. I would love that in the next World Youth Day we would have much more the use of technology. So in the following day, we started talking to Monsignor with our machines and the things we worked with. And so let's start an app that can be a pilgrimage in a game. Because the young people need the ludic part. They don't need the evangelization for the young people does not work only about the reading and these things, but by the ludic experience, by games, by the imagination. So we started to investigate which games were those that were most played, and I came with this idea. And Monsignor José Domingo Ulloa said, oh, I like it. I like this app. So last week, we did the official presentation, and we presented it to Pope Francis. And when Pope Francis started looking at and to play it, Pope Francis said, but this is what the young adults are asking from us. So the hierarchies of the church has asked us, and we started thinking, and this is a response for what the young people are asking for us. And how did the results came after Follow Jesus Christ Go was presented to Pope Francis 8 days ago? I guess you have separated your expectations, right? I would say, I would describe after seeing many images of the tsunamis. This is what happened to us in Mexico. I mean, our expectation about the game was high, but was not so high. The official day that we had the press conference was on Wednesday last week. In these days, never in the history of the church, we had 70,000 downloads in the church, in some server of the church, in 1 week. So we needed to do 3 shifts of servers because we needed to figure this out about the servers and all these things. So we needed servers in different countries in the world so that they could help us on this, welcoming these pilgrims on the game, on the platform. The Secretary of Communications in the Vatican sent me a text saying that it superated the expectations of the Vatican itself. And we had developments on that. And also the YouTubers, the young people YouTubers downloaded the games, and many of them are atheists and agnostics. And many of them make fun and play make fun of it. But our expectations of reaching, as Pope Francis says, do not be afraid to go on the streets. Do not be afraid, because I prefer a wounded church than a sick church. So this is a way that we can look for people and bring them to church. Which were the considered elements before creating the game of all types of people, including the non-Catholics, will be registered in World Youth Day, and to create something that calls the interest of people to download it? First of all, that we would need to say is that the app is a pilgrimage toward World Youth Day, and every person in every corner in the world can download the app. Those are the terms and conditions. Then it will ask also more information. And it's good for us to see from which city, which diocese you come from. It's an interest for us to get to know that. Then we have the avatar. And this is the toy that you have to represent you. And you can choose among them the one that you like most, and they will represent you inside the app. And this is the image about what the app is itself. And in this part, you can see that there will be saints, there will be personages of the Bible. This is like the structure of the app. We have the e-team, and this is a very important part of the app. We would like to say that it has a social interaction. And in this way, we will form our team of evangelization. And here it shows the different parts, how many Bible personages we have, friends, and the Park of Mercy. We have some challenges for the young adults to invite them to a social interaction. And there is an option of true and false, and they will interact between each other to know if they know or if they do not know. And the idea is that the one teach the other, and let's grow in our knowledge about the person, the apostolate in the Bible, and the people in the Bible and everything. So in this way, you can join if you want. You can join it, and you will have the person who's joining you in the team of evangelization. And we will be like receiving denaries to get to know how you're following up on it. These are the persons in the Bible, the Marian vocations, the saints, and This is a way we're going to get to know more about the Church, the Catholic Church, in this way. This is the profile of someone, and he's a real person, his avatar, and how many things he has already filled with the points he has received. And these are points of interest. The churches, how to reach them, how to find them. We can see the information as well of each of the church. In general, this is what we have in the app. So I invite you to download it and to get to know more about it. Another thing among the great attractions of JMJ Panamá 2019 will be the Cristonauta theme park. Let's see what this model of new evangelization brings up to us.
Bien, como había comentado Ricardo al inicio de la conferencia de prensa,
as Ricardo commented in the beginning of the press conference, we have here we have another part of this project. That is the Cristonauta theme park. It's a theme park in which we'll do a reflection about the theme that the Pope has chosen for World Youth Day. Here is the entrance. It's a simulation of what the Omar Park will be, where we will have our This is the main entrance, Annunciation it's called. And there we'll have a reflection on the Bible text. So we would like to invite the young adults to register by the web page, and they will have a code, a key code. On the right, we see the room that we will have the moment of reflection and reading of the Bible and our meditation on the sacred scriptures. Where we will have of karaoke. Then we leave and we come. next step, to the next room. Here we will. Then we go to the second room, and by the technology, we will have the screen, and the young adults will be able to dance and to enjoy the moment. This is very important to us because we need to read the gospel, but we also need to bring it into practice. We are not going to come to heaven and stay like, oh, I read the gospel. So we want the young people, once they finish the reflection, we want them to have a compromise, to play their role, to play their part. So they will take a picture, and it will go to the media. And when I go to my hometown, I will take another picture, and I will say that I've reached my role during World Youth Day. And this is a small place. Another important thing is that we know that young people like to express themselves, so we'll have a moment of painting and drawing, and people will do a kind of competence. Here we will have an auditorium, and we'll have singers like John Carlo, like singers from the United States and Latin America and from all over the world. And the young people from all over the world will also be here, and they will be able to present they're going to teach us about the Lectio Divina, and also give some instructions to the young people of how using the Bible and how reading the Bible. Not just in a linear way, but by music, by etc. And we will do a kind of a musical competence, not competence, but a moment that people sing, and if every young person will be able to show and express their talents in this event. And another part of the Cristonauta theme park this is what we were seeing. We thank you, Hugo Flores, for this presentation, and we invite all communications media to the moment of questions and answers. If we do not have questions, we finish this press conference from the Catholic Chancery of Panama. We thank all means of communications in the national and international press for joining us, and for all the efforts that they are doing for sharing this important information to the young people spread all over the world. I just saw the ranking of young people by country who have downloaded the app. And how many. It calls my attention that number 1 is Italy, with 1 million, more than 1 million points in 1 week. And the game is not in Italian. Then comes Spain, with more than 1 million points. Third place comes Portugal, and who do not speak Spanish. And Brazil is in 6th place. Brazil would be the first in the world. I don't know what happened. I want to see at least among the 10 first in the game. I want to say and to announce that many Panamanian people are playing the game. It doesn't matter from which city in Panama, but let's start playing it. And let's amount our points. I hope we have a good competence between Brazil and Panama. Thank you all.